Hey FlossTube, I'm Kathleen and this is episode 9 of Stitchuation Normal. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys had a really good week. My hair, that's probably, you're already like, what the heck happened to your hair? So it was misbehaving last episode, so I cut it off. No, I usually cut it off in September and then I just let it grow, but I've never done, I have some blonde in it. I've never really done that. So that's new, in case you're wondering, that happened since last video. Yeah, it was my birthday. You guys spoiled me big time with birthday wishes and love, and oh my goodness, I was not expecting that, and it was so fun. So I'm gonna let you know when it's my birthday every year so that I can get spoiled. I went to the spa for my birthday. It was a gift last year from my husband and ended up using it this year, and it was really relaxing and fun. It was weird though, we had to wear our masks of course, and so it was just strange that this is our reality. But anyways, so everyone was asking me what my plans were for the rest of the day, and my plans were to go to Staples and make a working copy of my Little Women chart for my birthday start, which I will show my birthday start later on in case you're like, well, what is it? So you will see. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I gotta go to Staples and make copy for my cross stitching. That's my big plan, which was really exciting to me, but I knew no one else would really understand that, but you guys would. Okay, a couple more birthday things. Okay, so my husband, you're not gonna believe this, for my birthday, this is the gift he got me this year. He made me a cross stitch chart for my favorite show, Dark, the one that I've mentioned in a few of the episodes. So I can show you because he made it, and it even has like, I made it kind of small, but I can't, that's like the best gift ever. Well, almost. I will tell you what the best birthday gift I ever got. It was this year, but this is right up there with him. The fact that he like downloaded, he bought software and just was like, I'll just make her a cross stitch. I love that. And it's the show I love. So we'll see if I get to stitching that. I have my big long list. Okay, my best birthday present was, I just spontaneously had a fundraiser idea for Hospice Niagara, which is where my dad was when he passed away. I won't get into too much, but my dad really felt like he was a burden when he was at the hospital, and he was able to get into Hospice Niagara for the last week of his life, and he did not feel like a burden, and we as a family did not feel like a burden being there, and they were so loving there. It gave him life for a week instead of, I don't want to criticize the hospital, but it was not a beautiful place. It was not a caring environment. Hospice Niagara was everything, and I will never be able to pay them back for what they gave me and gave my family and my dad, of course. And they run strictly on donations, so someone obviously donated so that I could be there while my dad passed, and so that my dad could be there, of course. So I wanted to make sure I did a donation, I guess, so that someone else can benefit from that, and I think I will always just donate there. But I ended up raising, I wrote it down so I can remember, $1,175, which, I mean, they need a lot of money to run, but I couldn't believe, I thought maybe I could get a couple $100s to donate, and I was excited about that, and my friends and family just were amazing, and I know it's such a hard time right now with everyone with money, so I'm so excited to be able to donate that. That's the best birthday present ever. But okay, that was my birthday. I talked a lot about my birthday, I guess. And I'm gonna show my birthday start, don't worry. Today was the first day of school. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. But I thought that Thursday was the first day of school because that was the original first day of school. And then they changed it, and I got the email saying that they changed it, except my computer and my husband's computer blocked the graphic that would show the new change. So we just got this email saying that there was going to be a change and to check the portal, and I checked and there was no change, but that was because my computer blocked it. So we went to school on Thursday. Like, I took back to school pictures of my kids, and lunch is packed. We walked all the way there. There wasn't that many, we could see cars. The teachers were there because they had to get ready for their classrooms, but there was no other kids. It looked like a ghost town, and my husband was like, you need to call the school right now before we get even closer, because we were pretty close at that point. Anyways, no, they changed it. It was today. So we went today. It was our first day. I think I scarred the kids. They're never going to trust me again, but maybe it'll just be one of those stories when, I don't know, they'll be like, yeah, my mom tried to bring us to school on the wrong day. I don't know. Kids are resilient, but I don't imagine them forgetting that. I brought them to school when there was no school. So there was that. That's today. So I went kickboxing this morning. Oh, I have the window open today, so if you see papers blowing, that's what that is. It's a beautiful day. It really is. And I'm back in my other filming position because the kids are at school. I haven't been in the house without them since March, other than when my husband would take them swimming so that I could film. So this is a first. My husband might walk in while I'm filming this. I don't know. So it is September 14th, and I just went through a lot of stuff. We're 5 minutes in, so where's the stitching? Okay, well, I did show that pattern that my husband made, so that's some stitching. But okay, I'm just gonna go through a few comments, not that many. Oh, so last video I talked about how I was having some mental health struggles the last month or so, and it really hit a head and I wasn't doing so well. I'm doing so much better right now. I had to pull out, I have some worksheets that I do when my mental health isn't well, but I hadn't pulled them out in a while because I'd been doing so well, which was a lesson that you just never know when it's gonna, and you need to do the work the whole time. So they're cognitive behavior therapy sheets, which is something that I did when I had postpartum depression with both of my kids. So, or after they were born, and kind of before as well, like some pre. So I had a therapist and I had a psychologist. I don't know what the difference is, but I had both, a social worker, I had everything, and I weekly went and was taught how to do cognitive behavior therapy, and I highly recommend it to everyone. If you have anxiety or anything, ask your doctor about it. Also, if I know a lot of you opened up and shared with me that you have struggles, which is amazing, like let's end that stigma, which is easier said than done, but I really appreciate it. It helps me feel like I'm not alone, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And talk to your doctor if you think you have some mental health struggles, because it's going to be a lot harder when you're in it. Do it when you're well if you can, because it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't mean you have to go on meds, but if you need meds, you take your meds and figure out what's best for you. Like I said, I started back kickboxing. I pulled out my worksheets and I'm monitoring my mood, I'm tracking everything. So, okay, I talked about that more than I wanted to, but so from that, a bunch of you mentioned, because I did virtual hug last episode, a lot of you mentioned, what's her name? Joy-Filled Stitcher, Annie, because she does a virtual hug every episode. So I have added her to my list. Oh, I think my husband's home. Oh no, it's my cat. I locked her in the bathroom. She was crawling all over everything before I started filming. Okay, sorry. Paranoid much? I know. Okay, so I'm gonna add her to my list. I'm gonna check her out this week, and I'm mentioning her so that you guys can check her out if you need your virtual hugs and you're not getting them. So, Annie, Joy-Filled Stitcher. Gazelle's Needlework says that coloring in the black and white charts is part of the fun for her, which I never thought of. I know my mother-in-law has been coloring in whatever she stitched in her chart so that she can keep track of her spot, which I love. And I've started on my birthday start, I have to use a highlighter to like mark where I've already stitched. So I never thought of coloring it in like for fun, because I love coloring and coloring books and all that. So that's what Gazelle's Needlework had to say. Kendra Saunders says she doesn't think that I'm weird, because I said I'm so weird, if I keep going it's gonna get weirder. She just thinks I'm highly caffeinated, and that made me laugh out loud. Also, I've never drank coffee in my life. I don't really drink pop. I have some herbal tea, but again, there's no caffeine there. I can't imagine what I'd be like if I was caffeinated. So I think this is enough. This is enough. If I ever do drink coffee, I'll let you know. Maybe that'll be something I do for an episode, but probably not, because I don't think I'd like it. I like the smell of coffee, but I know. And I don't drink wine either. That's the thing. Like, I feel like most women can bond over wine and coffee love, and I'm just like, I don't know. I like water. Okay, and then if you remember back a few episodes, I had my CSIs. I left the window open, and that's a busy street that backs onto this part of the house. This is the back of our house. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. It's gonna be a little extra noisy this time. Okay, CSIs. So remember I called you guys my cross-stitch investigators and you were helping me figure everything out. Okay, so remember last episode I said that I bought the Gift of Stitching magazine. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Gift of Stitching magazine. And I was flipping through it and I was like looking at the page and I'm like, what the heck? And it is, I'll show a picture if I can, it is Cross Stitch Investigator. It's an ad, and you could have been a cross stitch investigator for their magazine, and they had like really cool tasks and everything, and I thought it was so smart and clever coming up with that, but I'm not. That was like old news, like 20 years or 10 years ago, I should say. But I showed my husband, I was like, look at this, and he's like, why did you make that weird flyer? And I'm like, this isn't a flyer, this is from the magazine, because it's on the computer, right? So it just looks like I had like designed it in like Word or something. Anyways, and then he laughed and we were like, what are the chances? So that's the CSI update. Oh, and I am still going to be making those needle minders. our laser cutter or engraver broke, but we have a new one that's like on its way, because my husband's a hobby guy. He loves laser cutting, laser engraving. It's coming, and I like really enabled him this time. I was like, I can make the red keeps, I can make needle minders. I'm thinking of everything that I can make with it. So that's the CSI update. I can hear my cat banging on the door. I should let her out, but if I stop, I'm not gonna be able to pick up the kids from school in time, and it's the first day. We can't have that happening. I've already traumatized them enough by taking them on the wrong day. So, okay, Mom's Minute. Here is Mom's Minute. See if I can bring it a little closer for you. My mom's initials are down here. She stitched this in 1985. This would be, I think it was her second piece she ever stitched, and it's the oldest one she still has. I don't think she still has the first piece she stitched, but it's just a mother and a father teaching their child how to walk, or just, I don't know. I like it because their arms are out. They're there to support in case the baby needs it. That's what our job is for parents, right? Is to be there to support and catch them when they fall, and I don't know, all that stuff. So she stitched this on Ada. The face on this baby, I don't really like it. Sorry, Mom. But like, I don't like that face. It's like, is that, oh, imagine that's the screenshot. No, we don't want that as the video still. Anyways, I don't know. I don't like that face, but I think it's really sweet. It's framed, it's been dinged up. She pulled this out of the bottom of a closet, quite literally on the bottom of a closet in the basement. But I really like how it's matted and framed, and yes, it has the dings, but it still can be hung up. It's hanging on my hand right now. And yeah, that was her second cross stitch she ever did, and I think she did a really good job on it. Okay, oh, and this necklace is from, did I show a picture from the weddings that I've shot? I've been shooting a lot of weddings. I think I forgot to mention that, but I shot one of my best friend's weddings, and I was gonna be a bridesmaid, but then I photographed the wedding, and here's a picture. If I didn't show one, if I already did, I sound ridiculous, but she got me this beautiful necklace, and like, she wrote in a card the meaning of it all, and I just love it. So this is my first time wearing it, and I love it. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna show this again. Week by week, I'm showing you Happy Haunting because I'm trying to like figure it out, okay? I need the team, you're the dream team. I don't know, this got moved, but like I'm trying to, so I put this strip in, the black strips, which I don't know, I might move them. I don't know, it's so hard. And then I put some cobwebs on. I like the cobwebs. I'm gonna like replace them. This one's kind of it's kind of weird, but I just want to be able to hang it seasonally. Like I want to be able to put it up next month, which I think I should be able to. I just, what's wrong with it, guys? I don't want a big bow. I want it kind of simple like this. Let me know what you think, okay? That's the update on Happy Haunting. Next we have my whips. Okay. So my birthday start is by Michael Jolly, Little Women. I'll show you the whole thing. And this was the chart that's really hard to find, which I had no idea, which is why I made it my birthday start, because I was like, I don't want to sit on this hot real estate when someone out there is just dying to stitch it. But if you recall, this is the list of colors that you need. So I finally put them in one of these. These are just for Little Women. I'm actually missing a few. There's a couple that are in with my like bag that I have them in. And then there's also some that I have to pick up still. But like, and some of them are 2 different colors. Well, you'll see, I'll show you. Okay, first of all, this is huge. And now I don't remember which way was up. I think this is up. I'll find out. I will be able to remember how. So look how big this piece of fabric is to do this. This is so that I have a 2-inch border and then 2 inches to frame it, as you all probably know. So this is what I have done. Oh, I think it's part of Amy's skirt is what it is. Let me look on here. No, it is Beth. I think it's Beth's skirt, the purple. So does Beth have red hair in the book? I don't know. But here we go. So this looks like one color. This is a purple, and then this is a purple mixed with another color. So it's 1 strand of purple, 1 strand of white, I believe. So this is what we've got so far. I'm excited to work on this more, but it is not my priority. So this is just one day. It's just a little start that I was able to do. But yeah, I was really enjoying it. It's on 25 count Lugana in cream, and I'm using the called for DMCs, which is 2 strands. I like to do 3 on the 25 count, but this, because I have to mix the strands, mixed colors, I am going with 2, which is what it recommends. So that's what we got there. I'm doing, if you remember, a stitch along for that one, which is hashtag LittleWomenSAL. And I'm doing it with my friend, my new friend, Teresa, who's strictly stitchy, and then I had Stitchy Sassenach. Let me see if that's right. Just listen to the motorcycles as I look this up. Yes, it is Stitchy Sassenach on Instagram. So she said she paused the video mid-video last week because she had that chart, and she's like, if she's stitching it, I'm gonna run to the store and get all the stuff I need to stitch it too, which is awesome. And then Kimberly M. Honeybee, she doesn't quite have the same one, but she's got a Little Women chart, so she's joining in. I said, you join in, because this is not an exclusive stitch along. This is, if you have a Little Women chart, let's just LittleWomenSAL. Like, let's all just take in Beth and Meg and Joe and Amy and all of it. I love the 90s movie. I know I've said that before, but I do really love that 90s movie. And like every point in my life when I watched it, I had like a different takeaway from it. So anyways, okay, so join the SAL if you have a Little Women chart, if you have that Little Women chart, if you have anyone, join us, because it's really fun to see. I know Teresa started not a middle start. I did a middle start. That was a middle start. Very rare for me. Teresa started on the border and it looks beautiful, and it's just fun seeing how everyone's doing with it. My next whip is My Mother's House. My Mother's House by Kathy Barrick. Oh, I love this. I love it so, so much. Kathy Barrick's probably my favorite designer. I've gone through everything. And she's putting everything on PDF on her Etsy shop, so definitely go there. And she just put out some new charts. And Liz Matthews, her daughter, has put out some new charts. And Liz is like, she's like right up there with my favorite designers as well, because now I have like a million charts of hers I need to buy. Okay, here's what I've done. I'll fold this. No, that didn't work. Okay, this is the main flower I want to say on here. On here, the colors are so rich. Yeah, that's the main flower above the house. Yep. The colors are so rich, like I don't know if this is doing it justice. I know the photo does not do it justice. They are just so beautiful, like this greeny blue and this like Bordeaux color almost. Oof, I love it. So, oops, I just ripped my needle minder off. I'm really enjoying stitching it. Oh, and okay, so this is Kathy Barrick, but Liz Matthews. Okay, so my sister was in Victoria this past week, British Columbia, visiting one of our aunts and checking out the city. Of course, her and I went in 2018 to see my aunt as well, but I was not a stitcher then. So my sister was there and she sees a stitch shop. It's called Buttons and Needlework Boutique. It's in Victoria. And she goes in and she FaceTimes me so that I can see everything. And I'm like, it was probably so rude because I'm talking and she does not have earphones in. It's just me talking. I'm like, okay, go over here. Tell me what's this. So when she was showing me literally every chart they had in the baskets, I saw Elizabeth's Garden, which is what Liz Matthews did before she did Hello from Liz Matthews. I think she was like in her late teens, she said, or maybe teenage, I don't know. Anyway, so here's a picture of it, and here's a picture of the shop, and I I just thought that was really cool because Liz took a real break from stitching and then went hard on punch needle, and then now she's back to cross stitch. And anyways, I thought that was cool that her old designs are there. So I want to work more on my mother's house, but it's kind of on the back burner right now because I am doing TV test card by Stitchrovia, and I really want to finish it, but I worked as hard as I could this week on it. We got more color in, it's really coming together. But I just like kind of hit a wall because there's so much white that needs to go in, and then also like so much black that needs to come in detail wise. But I feel like I'm really close. I don't know. I feel that way every week and then I'm not. So these colors here, oh, I love them. They're like summer. This is like a popsicle. This looks like a popsicle to me. I don't know why. But all the colors, they look gorgeous together. It's really fun, really coming together. It's been a labor of love for sure, this one. I'm ready to work full-time on my mother's house and like Little Women secondary, but we'll see when we get there. And then my last work in progress is Home for Christmas by Little Dove Designs. Can you see it good? And I just did a little bit, not much from last time, but I am ready to, uh-oh, I lost my, oh no, it's there. I finished this inside border, this thin one here. So we have the snow, I kind of just do a little teeny bit each week, and that's how I'm kind of keeping up with the SAL that I'm doing with my friend that I always want to say, it's because of Owl City Stitching, but I always want to say, or maybe it's Forest City Stitching now. I am so sorry. I need first name and then I'll remember. But anyways, we're doing hashtag HFC SAL. And I'm excited to like get in there and get like the candy canes and the Santa. Is there a Santa? There's no Santa. A snowman, all the fun stuff. I'm confused because I bought 4 of these Little Dove designs and they're all sort of similar, but they're all very different. So I'm excited to dive into that one more and just do a little bit, like I say, a little bit each time. Okay. We're doing pretty good for time. I'm on haul. Okay. Durene Jones. I know her from Cross Stitcher magazine. That's kind of how I heard about her. I'm sure you guys know who she is. She did a flash sale, like a 50% off sale on her Etsy shop, and I had a whole bunch favorited, so I bought 3 charts. So we have The Hum of the Bees. I couldn't, like, these are like so, like, I think normally they're like $8, so definitely go buy them if you like these. Okay, so yeah, Hum of the Bees, just beautiful. This is like a little bee border at the bottom, and it says, "The hum of the bees is the voice of the garden." I love that. You know what, I watched Love on the Spectrum. Yeah, Love on the Spectrum on Netflix, about young adults with ASD, or autism spectrum disorder. I don't know if that's the D, I don't remember. Anyways, there was one of the guys in the show, he was talking about this garden, and he was like, I say maybe this is a famous quote and I just don't know, but he said something about how the garden we make is like our version of heaven, and I loved that. So I love that the hum is the voice of the garden, and I don't know. Okay, so that was 1. Wow. Sometimes I just go off on tangents. I have a lot of thoughts, in case you didn't know. Then we have this one, which is a Christmas one, gingerbread houses. I had to because I grew up Boxing Day, we would make a gingerbread house and go to my dad's side of the family, and we would have a contest, each family. So that's why I had to get that one, because it reminded me of it. Maybe I'll personalize the houses. That'd be kind of fun. And then the last one is Haunting Night. Yeah. Haunting Night, again, these are all Durene Jones. I'll post a link in the description, of course. And it says, ghosts and goblins, spooks galore, scary witches at your door, jack-o'-lanterns shining bright, wishing you a haunting night. I just thought it was so cute. That border, though. Me and my borders, eh? So, okay, there's that. Then I bought this from, like, Dollarama. It's just, there's there's no spine on it or whatever. And it's just like a bullet journal. Okay, I feel like I've been such a copycat to Kansas City Girl and Colorado World, Julie, because I keep doing things and like I've been watching her videos chronologically, and then I watch an episode where she's already done that and she's like 2 years ahead of me, and I'm like, I'm not copying you, Julie, I swear. But so she actually did the same thing because I watched an episode after I'd started this. I am not, my writing's poor. It is not good. Like, Kathleen's cross-stitch journal. How old is Kathleen? 6? But I just like, I'm putting in, I want to keep track of it all. I'll probably make a nicer one when I know how to make a nicer one. But like for now, I'm just like, I'm listing them in order, fabric, date started, all of that. AsTheYooFlies on Instagram and probably on Etsy as well. I know she has an Etsy shop. Makes the most gorgeous stitch journals, but she doesn't ship to Canada, or it's like $30 shipping, which maybe I should just get. But anyways, beautiful stitch journals. If you don't want to bullet it because you're not good at writing like me, you should definitely hit those up. Okay, my last little bit of haul. Well, it's not a little. I had to get this frame because it was $1.50, and I don't know what I'm gonna stitch to put. Maybe his eyes on the sparrow or something like that. I don't know. $1.50. I had to get it because what if I do a large piece? This is too large for Little Women, of course. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But $1.50, you cannot beat that, obviously, at the thrift store. Oh yeah, and for my like journal, I have like these little stickers from Michaels and stuff. So I'm gonna pick up some more little stickers, and hopefully that makes it cuter so no one notices my writing. Okay, so Sampler September. I have not picked a piece to do for Sampler September, and really what I'm thinking is I don't want to take on too much, and this is my hobby. Of course, I've heard so many FlossTubers say that. This is my hobby. If I'm not enjoying it, I don't necessarily want to keep going that route, so I want to just do what I like. I like working on the TV piece. I love My Mother's House. I want to do more on Little Women, so I don't want to take on too much more. But my goal is to choose a sampler to do because I have a lot of sampler options. And so my goal is to pick one of those. And my stretch goal, if I pick one, is to like kit it up and get it ready to go. I may not start it in September, but I will have picked my sampler in September. So that's my Sampler September goals. I want to stitch something for fall because Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch is doing Fall Frenzy, and I want to be part of that too, but I need to be part of it in a manageable way, just like Sampler September. So what I can manage is probably like a smaller Christmas piece, or Halloween. So I want to do Mr. Bones, which I have. I'm going to do this in the glow in the dark, which I have, so I can start that, and I have the black Ada. But this part I wanted to do in the sulky because that was recommended to me by someone in the comments. So, and I want to make a trip to Gita's, which is in Mississauga, because she has everything there. And I want to kit this up because I really want to do this piece, which is called Pumpkins for Sale by Stitches Through the Years. And I'm gonna buy some fancy floss to do this piece. So, but then I have like, how can you not, right? It's Halloween. And then there's, of course, Liz Matthews fall stuff she just put out, and Kathy Barrick just put out all the fall stuff, and I'm like, ah. So, okay, leave me a message in the comments if you think I should do Stitches Through, or Pumpkins for Sale, Mr. Bones. This is the most reasonable. However, I am open to starting. I know I could do it. Or the Hocus Pocus one. And this is by, it's called Sanderson Sisters, and it doesn't say who it's by on this sheet, so I will put that in the description. So let me know what you think about that. I want to thank a few FlossTubers who shouted me out. Lizzie Fisher, or this Mrs. Fisher. This Mrs. Fisher? Yeah. I just didn't know if it was this is Mrs. Fisher, but it's this Mrs. Fisher. She has about 6 episodes on FlossTube, and she gave me a shout out in her most recent one. She is a UK stitcher, which I love. I love seeing all the stitchers from everywhere. And she is, what was I gonna say? Yeah, well, she's amazing. That's what I was gonna say, but I thought I wrote down one of the pieces that she was working on that I really liked, but I didn't, so I'm so sorry, Lizzie, but I watch her videos and I really enjoy them, so you can check her out. We have Rocio of Kokahama Stitchery. Every time someone says her name in a FlossTube, they screw it up, and I'm like, why can't you just say Kokahama Stitchery? And then here I screw it up, of course. Anyways, Rocio. She gave me a shout out, which is amazing. I watched her when I first got into FlossTube. What is going on today? I don't know. After I watched Heidi, who's my cousin that does FlossTube, I watched Kokahama's or Rocio. So it was really awesome that she found me and she's been watching mine. Hello and thank you. And then of course, Heidi, who I just mentioned, she gave me a shout out. She just did a craft room tour video, which is awesome. Oh, she's stitching 1/2. I will again link everyone in the description, but she just did a craft room tour, which was awesome, and then she just put out a FlossTube and she gave me a shout out. And Heidi is lovely. She is classy. There's not this like scatterbrain stuff. I'd want to be classy, but I'm like too much going on in here. But yeah, she does lovely work and lovely finishes, so definitely check her out. And that's the end of episode 9, basically. Thanks so much for watching. My email will be in the description, so feel free to send me an email anytime. If you've stitched something that I'm stitching, or if you're working on something, send me pictures. I love it. If you get a good thrift store haul, I love that. Send that to me. Instagram. I'm on Instagram. You can follow me there at Stitchuation Normal, which is right here. I love chatting. I love watching everyone's stories. I don't add too much to my stories, but I want to add more to them. Maybe now that the children are gone, I can. Please like this video. Leave me a comment if you want to talk. Subscribe. I know there's been quite a few subscribers, so it's probably from you wonderful FlossTubers that mentioned me. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who watches for the love and the support, and I'm sending it right back to you all. Some love and support, whatever you need. Thank you. So keep stitching your story, and I will see you next time.